You're about to learn a dark secret about a police chief's past that even his own boss didn't know about.
But the Channel 4 I-team knows it, and we have uncovered a lot of things that are raising questions about how someone who may have endangered lives became a police chief. Here's our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley.
Well, the town of Decherd in Franklin County has seen its share of drama over the last couple of years in its police force. Recently, 3 officers, including the police chief, were dismissed in a single night. And the man who was appointed as chief has a secret of his own, an incident he admits was dangerous, but never disclosed when he was given the job. It was the most excitement seen in a Decherd City Council meeting in a long time. Sergeant Joseph Madden reacting angrily to his termination. He, a fellow officer, and his police chief were all dismissed in a single night. And the man immediately appointed chief, one of their fellow officers, Ross Peterson.
Do you understand that you are officially the chief of police as of right now?
Okay, I understand it right now. I mean, I won't tolerate if I have guys that want to create this kind of havoc, then they got to go.
But what Peterson didn't disclose is the havoc he once created. Havoc he described in his own words in this deposition. Havoc from 7 years ago when he was a sheriff's deputy in Franklin County. He got drunk and shot up his apartment with people living in units next door, something he admits was dangerous. Havoc even his boss, the mayor of Decherd, never knew about until the Channel 4 I-team told her. The admission about the low moment in Chief Peterson's life came in a deposition, part of a lawsuit against him by Sergeant Madden. Madden contends when he started investigating Peterson's actions as a supervisor, Peterson worked behind the scenes to get him fired. Madden was officially terminated for a car accident that damaged his police vehicle. Madden says he was so angry that he was fired for what he considers to be a minor offense, he blew up at the meeting and then sued. And Madden didn't hesitate to tell his attorney about what he had heard about the shooting incident. But Madden's attorney ran into a roadblock. There's no record of the incident in Peterson's file with the sheriff's department or with the Decherd Police Department.
Franklin County doesn't have anything on that, so I went right to the source.
In the deposition, Madden's attorney point blank asks, did you ever get drunk and fire your service weapon in your apartment? Peterson's response, yes. He goes on to say he was pretty intoxicated, so I don't know what I said or did. I didn't shoot it myself, no. Peterson says there were apartments all around him. The attorney asks him if bullets can travel a long way through walls. Peterson says they could and says, do I think it's dangerous? Yes.
It reads for itself. He admitted to it.
So right now you may be thinking, if a police officer got drunk, shot inside his apartment, how is it no one ever knew about it? Well, they did. According to this deposition, Peterson says when the Franklin County Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene, he was taken to the hospital by a fellow deputy. His badge and gun were later taken. He was put on desk duty, had to do some kind of counseling, but he can't recall who counseled him and for what. He was put back on the job in a couple of weeks.
Nobody's investigated it, no charges brought, and that the guy's allowed to be a police officer, much less a chief. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
So fast forward to his recent appointment to chief of the Decherd Police Department. The Channel 4 I-team tracked down the former chief of the Decherd Police Department who hired Peterson. That chief said he didn't know about it. I called the town's mayor, Betty Dawn Henshaw. Here she is when Peterson is appointed, to ask her about it. She didn't know about it either. So I faxed the deposition to her and then showed up to talk to her about it. But she wasn't interested. Well, what do you think about the deposition, what he said in the deposition? Do you have concerns about...
I was totally shocked.
You were totally shocked? Oh, can you please, roll down? You're not going to answer any of the questions? In the deposition, Peterson admits he didn't disclose it, saying he didn't mention the incident because he was never charged. The attorney asks, do you think that was a felonious thing that you did? You know, discharging a firearm in the manner that you did in your apartment. Peterson responds, I believe in the system that if there's enough evidence to prosecute someone and they're convicted of it, then I believe that they committed a felony.
Do you have any idea where he's at?
No, I don't.
Why he hasn't returned our calls?
No, sir.
The secretary at the Decherd Police Department did reach Peterson by text when we showed up. He sent her a text back reading, "I have no comment." The current sheriff of Franklin County, Tim Fuller, remembers the incident but wasn't in a position to know how it was handled. It's still unclear if the mayor of Decherd plans to take any action. Tom.